I used to work for Leatherbound LTD in California in the Valley in the Woodland Hills Mall. And I learned a lot about leather. This is boarskin suede. Why is it boarskin suede? Because it looks like polka dots. Okay. And it comes from a large pig, a boar. And that's the hair follicles. See? And it's a more expensive suede. Suede is a split. It's a split of leather. And leather is like one piece, like cowhide, it'll be one piece, and then they split it in half, and this side suede and this side suede. Okay? It has the grain, the texture. It's kind of velvety, but it's not cheap. This one is real cute. No telling what year this is. It even has the original hanger. Size medium. Look. I paid $3 for a jacket that's like brand new. And look at this funny little rose thing. Made out of boarskin suede. Isn't that wild? It's got the big wide stitching like they used to mark really expensive made suits and stuff. And I'm guessing that this is like 70s or 80s. It's in impeccable shape. It's got the big buttons. It's kind of a taupe color. It looks more camel on camera, but it's not. Beautiful white satin interior. I don't think it's ever been worn. No stains at all. None. And there would be stains in it. Doesn't even smell like a person. And look at the tailoring in here. To fit with a little gather in the back. It's going to poof a little bit here. It's a little shorty jacket with a nice collar. Isn't that cute? That is absolutely in great shape. Big wide stitching there. Boarskin suede. It's even got the bound buttonholes. And let me tell you about Wilson's. The problem with a lot of the Wilsons is it's usually glued together. And that's what the big thing was when people would say, well, I can go over to Wilson's House of Suede and Leather in the mall and get this jacket cheaper. And it was like, no, because most of their stuff was glued. This one does have some stitching in it. And the hem is not glued, but it does appear to have stitching in it. But this might be a higher grade make of Wilson's because they normally don't look quite this good back in the day. This one's Wilson's Leather Pill Studio. So that's probably a much more expensive one. But this looks brand new. But here's the thing. This sleeve has some stains on it from something they probably spilled when they went to donate it or whatever. Because this thing doesn't even look like it's been used. And so I did a jacket back in the early 2000s and run it out on eBay on auction. A beautiful large men's, I think it was like a 42, 44 men's, like a Wild Bill Cody jacket with the fringe and everything. And it was about this color. It wasn't boarskin suede though. And we used to sell those at Leatherbound LTD in the Valley. They were, in the thousands. They like started at 1,000 for those Wild Bill Cody jackets with, the big fringe going down and the fringe across the front and all that. And I found this thing in a storm. My brother and I were driving down the road, and he likes picking up scrap. And we were doing karaoke that night in a bunch of clubs doing karaoke, and drinking Cokes because I don't drink. I haven't drank in years. And it was storming real bad, and there was a ton of metal on the side of the road. And he goes, well, And it was like, well, let's just grab it. We were driving his truck. And so there was a bunch of boxes of stuff out there on the street. And so I start going through and I found a case with a keyboard in it. I threw that in there. I found it looked like a wet dog in there, and it was a Wild Bill Cody jacket. And it was soaking wet. And a bunch of other stuff. And I thought, and I mean, it was like smelled like dead dog. And so I grabbed that jacket, let it dry out. Water's really tough on suede. It is not a good thing. And there are leathers like cabretta, which is basically a waterproof leather. It's not plastic. Because the hair follicles of the animal are so tight that when the hair is removed, it becomes water resistant. Um, but it's a full skin. It's not a split made into a suede. It's a full skin, and so it's shiny and it's virtually waterproof. So if you're looking for a waterproof jacket that's leather, you get cabretta, and it's real shiny and wrinkly, and it's really nice as long as you take care of it. Keep it conditioned. It'll last forever and ever and ever. But anyway, I cleaned that jacket up with debris and all kinds of stuff, and spent like 4 weeks cleaning it up. I run it on auction, and there were so many people bidding on it. And the girl that won it, it was almost $400 for a used jacket, and it looked pretty darn good. I wouldn't say it was brand new, but it was high end used when I got done with it. It didn't have any smell to it. It was super clean. I really worked hard on it, like every day, hung it in the hallway, and every time I walked by it, I'd do a little bit more to it. And suede, you have to be really careful with it to get it right. And so what I'm going to do is, I really need a washcloth, but I don't have one right now. I'm going to use some alcohol. You can use any strength alcohol. It's better to use a lighter strength if you can. Because what we're going to do is do a test spot and see if the color comes off. And I imagine this jacket is 70s or 80s because of the style it is. I could be wrong, but I'm going to take this, some paper towel, wad it up, and I'm going to go to an inconspicuous area. Let's see, this hem is sewn in to the liner. I need a good place. Oh, this is real long. Oh, you could cut this. Look at that. Now, I would not ever suggest cleaning suede with soap and water, although some people think that's a cool idea. Suede does not do well with water. And the suede cleaner sprays are really the best. Let me see if any of this color comes off. I'm thinking it'll be okay. Okay, so I just did the inside of the cuff. That's a cute little thing. See, it has a little cuff with a kick pleat if you want to cuff it up. So let's take this, and we're going to do a little bit on it today, and then we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. And it really is better with a washcloth. And then I like to use a cat brush. You can get from the Dollar Tree for like $1. A cat brush and a nail brush for cleaning your fingernails to brush it back. And a big eraser, preferably not pink, but sometimes you gotta use it. This kind of looks like somebody spilled their beverage or something on there when it was moved. So we're just using this alcohol, going lightly over it. And we're going to see how much of this we can get out. It might take several treatments. It's not taking the color out so far. And we'll see how it looks when it dries, if I have to retouch it. So we'll do a little bit today. Boar skin's pretty tough. Because this is alcohol, it'll dry fast and hopefully not leave a watermark to it. I think it's going to come out okay. I'm not seeing any other stains, just on that sleeve. And I swear this hasn't even been worn. I mean, there's not even elbow markings, you know, or purse mark. I'm carrying a pocketbook. I do not see elbow wear. Not at all. So it doesn't even appear to be used. I will list this for sale. I'd love to keep the little thing, but I need some money. So gotta do what I gotta do. This would have been cute on my daughter's. So it'll darken up a bit when you're cleaning it till it lightens up. I'm just going to do a little bit today and then see what it does when it dries tomorrow. I don't know what that is. See if we can get it out. I mean, I can sell it damaged. But I'd rather get it 100%. Bought it for $3. Now you can take it to a leather care person. But they taught us so much at Leatherbound LTD. I learned how to do a lot of this stuff. So I can usually handle it myself. But again, we don't know what this is. It could be clear nail polish. It could be anything. It could be just water stains. It could be shampoo. You know, when somebody was moving the stuff out to donate it, they might have spilled something on it or laid something over it. It leaked. Also, there's beverage in their hand or something. So we'll let that dry. Let's see how this cuff looks. This cuff is already dry from testing it. I need to wet this down and get this flour to go back. Get this the leaf to fold back out. We need this flour to come back because it laid something on top of it to crease it. See, and I wouldn't want to use a steamer on it because it's wet. Water just is not good on suede. It'll watermark it and stain it. It's just not good. And it'll make it really hard as a rock. So we try to straighten that little rose out a little bit. I mean, it really looks incredibly good. I'm not seeing any neck wear. Just looks like, you know, once you hang it on the hanger, it takes the shape of the hanger. Just like you don't want to loan your suede or leather jackets out to somebody because then it'll take the shape of their body with the heat and everything. And little brush mark there. And then it won't fit you right again. So keep your suede and leather to yourself, because it will take the form of your body. And suede and leather just lasts for years and years and years. A lot of people like that beat up look. You know, like with the bomber jackets, they'll buy them beat up, thrashed, whatever. They just think that's a really cool thing, you know. I don't. I like all my stuff looking brand new. Everything I own. I can't stand old and raggedy. Incredibly beautiful jacket. In such fantastic shape. Let's see what we're looking at. See, when it gets damp, it gets darker. I'm hoping it's not nail polish or something. Might be tea. I don't think it's animal pee because it would smell, I think. It is better with a washcloth, though. It just really looks brand new. There's no dirt or discoloration. Does not look like it was ever worn. I've been a gift to a girl and she hated it. And never wore it. Just kept it. I mean, it really, to me, it looks very vintage by the styling. And that big wide stitching like that was a big thing back in the 70s. It really jacked up the price. People really like that big wide stitching. I mean, that stitching's like ½ inch long because it's the sign of a tailor. And your bound buttonholes. It's a big deal, you know. Usually that's a cording in there, the side, and it's inset. So it lasts a really long time. Even the buttons, it says Pell Studio. Amazing. Already a lot of it's trying. There's no telling. So this will be part one. Then we'll see what it looks like when it dries. Probably tomorrow. And see where we're at. Hopefully we didn't pull any color out of it. It doesn't look like we did so far. Hopefully we won't have any watermarking. Then we would have to clean it and blend it out, like feather it out, to try to escape that the watermark looks. This is more high-end suede. Than cow. You know, people get mad about suede and leather, and I'm going to tell you something. If, in order to eat meat, they're just going to throw it away anyway. So it's a byproduct of meat eaters is the skin. So you have two uses: to keep you warm and stylish and to feed you. I had a teacher one time that said, "Oh my gosh, you're wearing leather belt, fur coat, leather boots. That's just horrible." I said, "Why?" I said, "You eat meat?" She's like, "Well, yeah." I said, "Well, you want them to just throw the stuff away? I like if they make me clothes. Thank you. It's not hurting a thing." Yes, animal was used, but it fed people and clothed people. Um, and yes, I was a vegetarian for 7 years. And it's really hard to be a vegetarian. There's a lot of health issues and stuff and dangers doing that. Um, there's good and there's bad. And when I had to switch back, my daddy thought it was so stupid because I had to get special food all the time. I couldn't eat everything. And he was like, "It's so stupid." So I had to try to switch back. And I thought I was going to die because my body was not used to processing meat. Oh, I hope this comes out because it's a lovely little thing. And I can make really good money out of it. I got one that's really bad looking. There's only one on the internet, and it's like $30 because they don't know anything. This is boarskin suede. This is a high-end leather. So it's drying, and we'll see tomorrow where we're at. And you know, it can take several treatments to get it straight. And then I've got to brush it after to smooth it out. But this does not have like it's not like a furry suede. It's a very soft suede because it's boarskin. High-end suede. It just feels like velvet. It's super soft. Actually, it feels like kind of like a chamois. It's just very, very super soft. Pretty thing. So we'll see how it looks tomorrow. And we'll show you some more then. Talk to you guys later. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's get some alcohol. 70% or lower. The lowest one is really better, so you don't damage. Do a test spot that's inconspicuous. If you can get up under, you know, in here or something to see if the color comes out, or you know, in a cuff where nobody's going to really see it, and see what it does when it dries. And this one we tried it, and look, we've already straightened out most of the rows. We'll do some more tomorrow. We'll see how it looks when it gets totally dry. See you in the next one. Love you guys.